today I am going to be making spiced chickpea and lentils, and that is a curry based dish, so I'm also going to make some homemade naan bread to go with it. So I've had this before and it is really tasty, so let's see how we do it. So in a large frying pan I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and we're going to put it on a medium heat. And we'll let that heat up. And once that's heated, we are going to add 1 onion which has been finely chopped, 2 cloves of garlic which have been thinly sliced, 1 small carrot which has been finely chopped, and 1 green pepper which has been finely chopped. And this is an extra that I've added, but I've got some corn pieces. There's 100 grams here, and I've actually chopped them in half, so they're actually quite small pieces. These were frozen, so I let them defrost first. We'll add that in, so that's 100 grams corn pieces. So we're going to let this fry off for about 10 minutes until it just starts to colour. So once that's started to brown, we're going to add the spices. So we're going to add 2 teaspoons of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, and half a teaspoon of chili powder. And we're now going to add the lentils as well, so that's 150 grams of red lentils that have been rinsed. So get them in there as well. And we're going to stir this all in, and we're going to keep stirring it for about 2 minutes. Once that's done, we're going to add 700 ml of vegetable stock. I used 3 cubes for this. 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, and a 400 gram tin of chickpeas. That's the big tins, and they've been drained and rinsed. So we're going to stir this all in. And then we're going to bring this to a boil. We turn the heat up on full. Okay, and once it starts to boil, we are going to cover, turn the heat down to low, and we're going to leave this to simmer for 20 minutes. And that's all you need to do for the curry. Okay, after 20 minutes, check that the lentils are cooked. If they are, then you're ready. So we're just going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Give that a stir through. And that's your curry ready. Brilliant. Right, I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to make the naan bread. Okay, so for the naan bread, I'm pretty sure this is not an original recipe, because I think they normally use yogurt, but this one we're using milk. It seems pretty quick and simple, so let's give it a go. Okay, so in a bowl we're going to sift 250 grams of plain flour, and to that we're going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of baking powder. And we're going to make a well in the middle. And we're going to mix together 120 mils of milk. I've got skim milk because that's all I have. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil to the milk. And then we're going to pour that into the well. And then we're going to mix it in, starting from the middle, so it's easy to do it with a knife. Just mix the flour in, pull some in from the sides, and keep mixing until you get a dough. And once it's all come together, turn it out, and we're going to knead this for about 10 minutes. Okay, and after 10 minutes, we take another bowl which has been lightly greased with a bit of oil, put the dough in, and we'll cover with a damp tea towel, and we'll let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so the dough's been resting for about 10 minutes. So we're going to turn it out. And first thing to let you know is I have now turned on the grill and on a medium, and I've put a baking tray in the grill to heat up the baking tray. So while that's happening, we shall roll out the naan. So with the dough, we're going to split it into 5 pieces. And then roll them into balls. Okay, and then we're going to roll these out. It just says quite thin, so we'll see. And the traditional shape is a teardrop shape, but I'm terrible at things like that, so let's just give it a go. There we go, there's one. Right, okay, it's all been rolled out, so going to remove the hot baking tray, lay them all on, and then you can add your topping. So you can go with a bit of garlic and coriander, poppy seeds, sesame seeds. I've got some nigella seeds, so I'm just going to sprinkle some on. And then just slightly push them into the dough. Okay, and then we're going to go under the grill for 1 to 2 minutes. And there we go. So I think my grill was slightly too hot, but they look ready. Now all we need to do, I've taken a teaspoon of margarine and I melted it in the microwave. I'm just going to brush that on. Here we go, and we're ready. So I'm just going to put some rice on and then we'll get this all dished up and give it a try. Okay, let's get this dished up then. So we'll have a bit of rice. And the spiced chickpea and lentils, and this is 4 portions that I've made as well. I don't think I mentioned that. So we'll have a quarter of that in a bowl. And the naan bread. Let's get that ripped open as well. Brilliant! Let's give it a try. Right, okay, here goes. Now, I must say, I'm not a curry fan, but let's give this a go. Doesn't taste too much like curry, but it's still spicy, got a nice flavour to it. So, and now for the naan, give it a dip in as well. It's a little bit doughy. I think that needs a bit more practice, but I will give that a go. I have actually got a combi oven and grill, so it's hard to judge it sometimes, but I'll keep practicing them. But that's a great tasting meal. So anyway, keep practicing, keep experimenting, and tune in next time. See ya!